What it do, boss junkies? It's your girl, the network junkie. We still always keep you updated to the latest. What's happening? So what's happening right now is it is networking after dark. And today we're going to be talking about some of the hardest obstacles that you got to come across when owning your own business, when being your own boss, when being a CEO, when having to make sure that things is taken care of at the end of the day so you can get them coins. Like, what are some of your hardest obstacles? That's what our topic is today for networking after dark. I know y'all missed me, right? Y'all missed me because y'all know it was something like a tour season last month. So I was like off the scene for a minute. I had a lot to take care of. But I'm back, and I just really wanted to talk to the network because you never know what you might have been through might be something that your next partner is actually going through right now. So you never know what your testimony will be able to do for the next. So please share in the comments, what are some of the obstacles that you come across? So again, I talked to the network and I was like, what are some of the obstacles that you actually have been through that you don't mind sharing with the network? And we had an individual speak about, sometimes the overhead, not knowing how to reinvest in the overhead, knowing that in order to keep your business going, you have to pay for supplies, you have to pay for utilities, you have to pay for rent, you have to pay for, again, more supplies, inventory, insurance. It's so many costs that comes along with it as you grow in business. It's nothing to be afraid of, though. It's nothing to be afraid of. But I'm just saying, it's so much when it comes to reinvesting in your business. And sometimes it do become hard, especially when you start getting a little money. You like that. Every time I get something, I got to pay, But them first couple years, I say the first 5 years for real be the most. It be the most. But stick in there because it's worth it. I'm telling you, stick in there. It's worth it, and you stay tuned. I'm going to tell you why. Now, what about the times when one day you make some good money? I'm talking about some real good money, and then the next 4 days you make some nothing. Yeah, that was another obstacle that came, across the screen. I done had them days in a couple businesses I'm having them days still, So sometimes you got to know when it's time to dissolve, and not just that, just stand with it, stand dedicated and trusting in what you built. Again, you the boss, you the CEO. You got to be the one to put that work in order to see that lucrative end as well. Hard work pays off. And then what about them breaks? What about them breaks? Like, when do you get them? When do you get them? When you're an entrepreneur, when do you get your breaks? When? Because I don't know a time when I'm just not checking my phone, checking my email, checking my watch, I'm talking about what's going on. Who is that on my email? Who did that just left a message? Is that a new client? What's going on? Like, am I missing out on some content that I supposed to be posting? What's the latest trends? Like, what's going on? Like, it's always information. It's always work to be done. So when do you get breaks? We don't get no breaks. Welcome to the life. And then we also had some individuals. One individual spoke about humans. That's what I like to call them, humans. Dealing with people. Like, not everybody is not people. Like, sometimes you work better individually, alone. You get more done. I can work in both settings. I would say I probably prefer working alone because I just know what I need to do and I get it done. Do I enjoy working with teams? Yes, I can be a team player as well, but I do prefer working alone. So I understand that's one of the hardest parts sometimes of not really caring to be around large amounts of people at one time and having to be a networker. It comes a time where I be like, I be hyperventilating, y'all. I be like, it's too many people. But yes, it's like people sometimes that do become an obstacle when you are not that much of a people's person when you work in that industry. So something to think about. So make sure that you know what you're doing before you get into it. And then we have the laborers, those that got to really put in that, that elbow grease, them right there. Like, that work don't be easy. I didn't put a whole patio together. I didn't do the majority of the work, but I was there. I'm part of the team. Y'all. I got to a couple little pieces together, got to, get some stuff, get my hands dirty a little bit. I even was part of helping with a mini house. That wasn't no joke. I never got allowed to really be on the roof. They would never really let me be on the roof. But again, the laborer jobs don't be no joke. Like clean outs, having to work with tools, just big toys period. Like that could sometimes take a toll on that good their back. So yes, labor workers, I feel that pain too. So that could be an obstacle sometime, but we live to fight another day, you feel me? And I even had a young lady speak to me and was like, you know what, the discipline, pretty much the discipline, knowing that it's up to you to take care of what you need to take care of in order to see your business grow and flourish. It's up to you to put that discipline and say, no, I can't go out this weekend because I got work to do. No, I can't, drink during the week because I have work to do. Or no, I can't do this because I have a 9 to 5 plus I got more work to do. So yeah, it may look like I ain't moving like that, but I'm moving like that. So because I'm moving like that, guess what? Tunnel vision. So yeah, you got to be able to have that discipline. That's one of the things, and that comes with growth as well, because when you think you able to be your own boss, you feel like, oh, I done made it. But it's so much more that comes to it, and discipline is one of the things that you learn and you gain. Now, what about you businesses that has 20 plus co-workers, or should I say employees? Now, what about you guys? Oh yeah, I know I talked to y'all too, and y'all was like, you know what, the hardest part is having 20 plus employees and having to maintain the taxes, having to maintain the insurance, having to maintain, the paychecks. It's all of that. And then having to maintain their attitudes. Yeah, that ain't always that easy. So it could be an obstacle. I'm just saying. Teamwork makes the dream work. Then we had an individual say, well, it's the support. It's like I can't get anybody to believe in what I'm doing. Now, I had to tell y'all, you might want to click on one of these packages. Let me send you a little packet deal, because if you constantly not being able to get nobody to believe in what you're doing, you probably need to tweak it a little bit. You can't be afraid of revising or reinventing yourself. I've done it many times right here live and on Color. You better go ask somebody, and I'm going to continue to grow as well. But teamwork is what really makes the dream work, and don't be afraid of your community. And remember, your net worth is what builds your net worth. Okay, sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. It's not what you do, is how you do it. Okay, and I'm grateful for everyone that has been a part of making this business, flourish. And I'm appreciating the network, but your network too. Y'all know what it is. I'm out here enjoying this good here nature. I was going to do the podcast on the inside, but I said I want to do it outside today because it feels so wonderful out here. And then just wanted to enjoy y'all in nature. Go outside for a minute. Go get some of that fresh air. And we even had an individual talk about actually like finding leads. Now, leads is a big one. I done came across that a few times. Like them leads and actually getting a good lead list. The best good lead list that I've came across is the ones that I created. FYI, I'm just trying to tell you, got to put that work in sometimes. You is your network. Your network is your net worth. I'm just saying. And then we had one individual say, hey, ain't nothing wrong. I mean, I'm just saying ain't no obstacles, because I don't even get in the ring if I ain't ready for the fight. I'm just saying, like, it is what it is. And I feel all that, y'all. I appreciate y'all for participating in today's Networking After Dark. I just was curious to find out what do y'all technically go through sometimes when going through some of these obstacles in the comments, and share with me, like, how do you overcome these obstacles? Let's talk about that. I'm just saying, today is Networking After Dark, and it's your girl, the Network Junkie, which is going to always keep you updated to the latest what's happening. And what's happening right now, I'm talking to my junkies. I'm talking to my boss junkie. Stand up. What's going on? How you doing over there? Gang, we support in real life. You know what it is. Get out. And before I let y'all go, I gotta let y'all know one of my biggest obstacles that I'm seeming to come across now is the team. It's the building a team, trusting individuals with your baby. Like, that's literally trusting individuals with your baby. Like, what about them times? Have y'all ever came across that? Well, I'll share with you some of how I got through that obstacle. What I did was I had to just have faith. I believed in the power of prayer and the power of discernment. And I went through a few individuals and I kept a couple, and I'm so happy at the team that I have right now, and we're steady growing. I had to understand I can't do everything by myself, because my business is not going to grow. My business is not going to grow if I'm doing everything by myself. So I had to understand that I got to get ready to politic a little bit. And I've been having fun with it, y'all. And it's actually been helping me with my personal life, as well. I don't take things to heart anymore. I just let it roll off my shoulders. Either you gonna vibe with me, either I'm a good fit or I'm not, and that's just what it is. But you got to be comfortable in what it is that you bring, and know that power that you bring with it, and just be great at everything that you do. And I'm telling you, the outcome be real. The outcome be real. You heard it here with your girl, the Network Junkie, which is gonna always keep you updated to the latest what's happening. Stay up.